Well, hey there. What's going on, everybody? Okay, welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl, Jamie. That's me, honey. Okay, if you have not already liked the video, go ahead and hit like, okay, on the video, honey. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscription button as well. Okay, we will be talking about growing up hip hop. Let me see who over here in the chat. Okay, what's up, Miss Summer, honey? What's going on? What's up, Nola Reeds? Okay, Summer says I got my laptop out today so I can like the video while I watch. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you so much. What's going on, Kimberly? What's up, honey? Yes, we are about to talk about growing up hip hop, so let's get into it. You know, what's up, Ashley? What's going on? What's up, Shantia? Hey y'all could be anywhere right now, but y'all here with me and I appreciate it. Okay, what's up, Kim? What's up, Fedora? What's up, everybody? Did y'all enjoy the episode last night? I want to know what y'all thought about Miss Cree. Okay, I want to know what y'all thought about Miss Cree. Y'all know I likes me some Cree, but some part of me was feeling like I was speaking too soon when it came down to Cree, honey. What's up, Tyler? What's up, Jasmine? What's up, Mikey? Okay, I'm doing good today, Shantia. How are you, honey? What's up, Justina? Delicia, what's up, Jasmine's Life? What's up, y'all? Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about this Cree and Sequoia situation, okay? But we're gonna talk about it, so let's go ahead and get into it. So first things first, Cree meets up with her daddy Luke. That was interesting because I thought she probably didn't want to have anything to do with him, you know, based on their relationship in the past and how it was shown on the show. She realized or learned that she also is, I guess, part Bahamian because his mom is Bahamian. So not only is she Jamaican, but she's Bahamian as well. Now she tells her dad about the incident that took place between she and Sequoia, right? And she says that she blacked out on her. And yeah, she blacked out on her and she tried to get physical with the girl. But Luke, for some reason, wasn't all surprised by this because he too is just like that. He was like, "Oh, okay, you kind of do like what I used to do, which is black out." So I mean, the apple don't fall too far from the tree, basically, right? So Cree says that she doesn't want to be like that though. She said, "I don't want to be like that with nobody. I just want to be Cree, calm, and just be me." Like that's what she says. Okay. What else ended up happening? I felt like I get that, but one way to do it is to let somebody, like, it's okay, Cree, if you want to be noticed to be a person that's calm, relaxing, all that other great stuff. You're not about the rah all the time. I feel like that's fine, but you got to start letting your friends, i.e. Savannah and others, fight their own battles, because when you insert yourself into what they have going on, we start looking at you side eye, and it seems like you want to be known as the combative person and do all the extraness and all that other stuff, right? Let them fight their own battles, right? So yeah, there's that. Okay, the situation, like, yeah, I think I mentioned that the situation with TT, I understand a bit of the situation with TT. Because you know, TT said some things about her mama went at her on social media, so I understand that you wanted to address TT accordingly, but also I'm really understanding because that is a direct issue between you and TT versus it being an indirect situation with Angela and Sequoia, and then you're inserting yourself into that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is that I'm thinking. Okay, Jamie, I'm watching one of your movies now. You are thick as hell. Oh my god, girl. I wish I had your shape. I mean, thank you. I appreciate it, honey. Cree is a whole liar. Okay. Jamie, that's me. She was a low-key trying to justify why she did it. Yes. Let's keep going. Yes. Okay. So she says that she's going to have a talk with Sequoia because she wants her to know that she has to be careful with her mouth. And I'm just like, see, that's the thing for me. You can't tell somebody else to be careful with their mouth like that when your mouth to me can be reckless too, Miss Cree. Okay, and you even went on to say how your parents call you out about you having a slick mouth. So I don't think that's fair for you to tell her that she need to watch her mouth, especially when she's in a position where she has to defend herself. Right? I don't know anybody that's just gonna sit up there and just let somebody talk to them any kind of way. So you need to look at your good friend, Miss Savannah. Now, everybody can stand to like watch their mouth a bit, but if you really want somebody to watch their mouth, you should go over there and look at your friend Savannah, okay? Because she's out of control. What else? Cree talks about how Miss Girl can trigger people. I'm like, girl, a lot of people don't even know what's going to trigger somebody. Now, I do think it's messed up if you're a person that do know what triggers people, but you continue to say it, then that's messed up. However, she don't even know you like that. So for you to tell her to watch her mouth because she could trigger people, like she has no allegiance or anything to you, how's she supposed to know? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, girl, no. Let's keep going. Yeah, her dad did tell her though. He was like, listen, you don't need to be fighting. Okay. So Luke lets her know that. So at some point she's gonna have the sit down that she needs to have with Sequoia. What's going on, everybody over here on TikTok? What's going on? What's up? What's up? Feel free to join us over here on YouTube. If you guys would like to be a part of the conversation. So hey y'all, hey, what's up? There was absolutely nothing Sequoia did for linebacker to give her that energy. Girl, you don't replace everybody's name. Sequence did for linebacker. Girl, I can't. Those were all excuses because she's a do-girl / follower. Okay, Cree needs to stop bringing that son up to justify her coming at Sequoia. Agreed. She needs to understand that Sequoia spoke on her son's father, not her son. So she has every right to have a certain energy. Agreed again. I'm sorry. Cree was using colorism as a weapon and an excuse for her poor trash behavior. And we'll definitely talk about that as well. Okay, so let's keep going. Girl, I feel like my nose is gonna start running, y'all. I'm sorry. Every time I get over here, it's like my allergies or something. But anyway, so let's get into Sequoia and Bree. Okay, so Bree in the studio. I feel like I heard that song before that Bree was playing, that Sequoia was playing. I'm like, I feel like I heard this before. Not sure, but okay. So Brianna stops by to entertain her for a little bit, and she pretty much wanted to know, girl, what happened at Twist Party? Like, can you tell us about that? Okay, so Bree tells her that she wrote her off in the beginning because of the incident that happened with Tanise. Everybody feels like Tanise is this really nice girl. She don't bother nobody at all. But when you come for her and you cause her to get out of her character, it's like, we don't F with you. But it wasn't until Bree saw her at the actual party with Twist, and she was like, well, she don't look like the type of person that's like ready to fight somebody and stuff. So I might be able to give her another chance. So she went over there to talk to her. And this is when Sequoia tells her, Bree, Savannah is messy as fuck. I said, come on, let's talk about it. Because she is. She's messy as fuck. She said that Savannah was the reason that a lot of this stuff started. It was. Like, a lot of it is Savannah. Savannah was the bone carrier all last season that caused a lot of the drama to take place. And I hate it. I hate it. Okay. Sequoia did admit to the fact that she overreacted when it came to the Tanise. She kind of took the compliment out of context or whatever. I don't know if she was already on guard because the girl was related to Angela or what the hell was going on, but she definitely took it the wrong way for sure. So she says that she does want to apologize to Tanise for that. So we'll see how that's gonna go. She says that she came to the party to make peace, but Savannah just started going off, right? Savannah was on some bogus stuff. Like, Savannah was not there to make peace. And I kind of wish she wasn't even invited to the damn party. Like, I just, anyway. So she also says that she wants to put this behind her because of the OGs. And the OGs meaning the parents and the relationship that the parents have with each other. That's the reason she wants to put it behind her. But I feel like when it comes to Sequoia's still not going to be effing with this girl. She's still not going to be rocking with Savannah because she see her for her work. At least I wouldn't want to rock with her. So there's that. So Brianna says that she wants to introduce Sequoia to TT and possibly Vanessa, because Vanessa may be there too. And usually when we see TT on camera, we see Vanessa on camera. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna try to let them link up. And I think that, to me, I feel like that's gonna be a good thing. When I first saw it, I said, oh, that's great. That's great for Brianna to link Sequoia up with Vanessa so that she can directly have a conversation. It's not hearsay. She could clear up whatever things were being said, so she ain't got to worry about all that extra drama and stuff. So it's like, yeah, just go meet up with this girl's sister, talk to her, and then hopefully y'all can mend fences or whatever, and then move on. So I was glad about that. Okay, I was like, okay, that's a great idea, Brianna. And Brianna is finally showing us that I'm not the crazy one out here. You got some other ones out here that's crazy. So let's talk about them. Okay, so isn't Cree and Sequoia about the same complexion? Woo, we're gonna talk. Other than the overreacting, that's all she needs to apologize for. Tanise knew she was pregnant before she tried to make Sequoia make Sequoia's energy. I think Sequoia, or match Sequoia's energy. I think Sequoia watched her actions on playback, and instead of keeping up the mess, she chose to take accountability and change her behavior. I agree. I think that's exactly what happened. And I also feel like, I said this in my last review, I was like, Sequoia sounds different this season for some reason. I do feel like she gave us rah-rah energy last season, but this season, I feel like her voice is much, much more softer. And I feel like, honestly, we may be seeing the real Sequoia than what it is she was giving us last season. And I think sometimes when people go into these reality shows, they probably feel the need to perform and do the most, okay, because that's what people gonna be wanting to see, and that's probably what's gonna secure them as they go into the next season, right? So ain't no telling what the producers told her behind the scenes. So I feel like we might be seeing a real Sequoia. And I like her, you know. Yeah, so somebody says I don't like Cree this season. Okay. Okay, you love Rihanna this episode. So does that mean we can come at Luke because she brought him up as a storyline? Ooh, baby. And you know what? I don't know. That's a great question. I feel like because that's her dad and they're working on a relationship, I don't think Cree would like that. But based on how he's treated her over the past few years and how he's been in her life, which is, I think she said he wasn't as present, I feel like some part of her wouldn't care. Okay, she'll probably feel like, oh, you ain't hurting me because you're not talking about my dad. Like, she really calls Luke, but her dad. But you know, it was at one point during the episode where she refers to him as dad. Actually, I think twice. One time in the confessional, and then one time sitting in front of Sequoia. And I was like, oh, we calling him dad now. Okay, cool. Okay, this is great. This is a progression. Girl, the fact that they were trying to fire cousin to get jabbed. What? They were trying to fire cousin to get jabbed was pissing me all the way off. F your crusty wedding, tutu, not tutu instead of TT, honey. This season, Cree slip is showing. She claims that she blacked out like Portia went fighting, and that was another thing for me. Like, you sure you blacked out? I wasn't getting blacked out. But let's keep going. Cree needs to stop bringing that son up to justify. I think I read this one. Justify her coming at Sequoia. She needs to understand that Sequoia spoke on her son's father and not her. So she has every right to have that a certain type of energy as she does. Okay, what's up, Romeo? What's going on? Yeah, Sequoia probably didn't like how she came off across last season. Of course, she even admitted that she didn't know Denise was pregnant. No one knew Denise was pregnant. Remember, prior to the party, JoJo and Denise said no one knew, not even his family, and I think production. That is very true. That is very true. And I feel like when it came down to them finally letting people know, wasn't JoJo the one to let people know? I can't remember, but that is true. She did say that. She wanted to get past a certain phase because of the miscarriage that she suffered prior to that child. And that's definitely understandable. But to put that extra weight on her, you know, on Sequoia didn't even know that. Now, granted, Sequoia was wrong for putting 200 on 10 for sure. She was definitely wrong, but you can't fault her for the pregnancy that she knew nothing about when Denise absolutely knew what it was about, okay, on her end. So let's keep going. Sam, y'all. Sam, girl, Eric and his mustache decided that they was gonna go over there and see Sam over there at the gym, honey. Anyway, so Eric feels like he's a big brother to Sam because he says Sam looks up to him in that fashion. So he thinks that he's big brother Eric, okay? So he stopped by the gym, you know, Sam over there doing whatever he do in the gym. So he tells him about the incident that happened when he got into it, which resulted in him getting arrested. Hello? So he lets him know that I ain't like Sam. I did not like Sam's story, y'all. Sam is full of shit. Okay? I say he full of shit. I did not like the story. He was out here trying to give it to this man, talking about some, what he said, it was just like, first of all, he said it was some security guards. It wasn't his fault that the incident happened. He said he was just out chilling. The dudes just roll up on him because I guess he light skinned, and I guess because he a character on the show, okay, growing up hip hop. So he said they tried to come over and test his gangster in so many words. Didn't say they were security guards. Didn't say they was over here handling his boy, and then they was tossing and throwing him around or whatever like that. And then at some point he got into the fight, but didn't necessarily say how he got into the fight. I was just like, what the fuck? Why is my head? Why am I going like this as you tell your story? Okay, what is going on? Let me see what else says. Sam tells him about the accident and how the guys were security guards and how they was jumping on one of his friends. And then he says that they were running at him. Sam, what did you do? What was said for them to run at you? They was first you said they led were going off on you. Okay. Then they went over there and jumped your friend that was about 20 feet away. Okay. And then you said they just start charging at you. What was being said? What happened for them to run over to you, sir? Sam is foolish. Okay. What else? I just felt like you could tell that he was leaving stuff out of the story. And then let me tell you what else he did that was so stupid to me. He says that even though he said he got beat up good, and then next thing you know, he was headed off to jail. He said that he did pull his gun out and he fired one shot, but he didn't shoot it at them. He shot it in the air. Your attorney is probably wanting you to shut up. Hey, people over there in court in Atlanta, I ain't gonna say no name, but listen, y'all gonna have to get it together, girl. When you get ready to get on this stand, and before you get on this stand, honey, because they are going to use this stuff against you. Okay, the fact that you said that you shot the shot is enough for them to create whatever narrative they want. Okay, so I'm not understanding that. Why did you? I mean, you know, I fired a shot, but you know, it was just a shot. I mean, I ain't fired it. Damn, I just fired it up in the air. How are we supposed to believe that, sir? All we know is that a shot went off and somebody happened to not get hit. And when you say that you pulled out the weapon, then that's going to lead people to believe that you did use that weapon to threaten them. Even the fact that you just shot it in the air. Okay? Just the fact that you shot it in the air. Like, people get charges for less. Like, you could be yelling at somebody in the parking lot or something, and then somebody called the police, and then you could get some type of, you know, assault charges or whatever, just for over here yelling and whatever, or battery charge, however that works. Okay? You could get something for the bare minimum, to be honest. So why would you go on camera and knowing that you're under this case that's being resolved and figured out now, and it's probably ongoing as it has aired, and say that you actually did have this gun? I would have been like, what gun? Prove it. Where's the camera? Where is the camera? Pull it out, okay? Now, if they would have pulled that beautiful beam footage from the edge of that building, then, girl, I would have just had to, you know, you right. You caught me. You caught me, honey. But outside of that, I'm not going to confess to a mother thing. You should have continued to lie. As much as you was telling your story and leaving out, you should have left that out, because it's not making you look no good, no matter how honest you are. Do you know how many people got off and they was lying down to the ground? I just had to give Sam a few of my thoughts, because that just irked the hell out of me. Okay, now he over here dealing with what, 4 counts? 4 counts of, I don't know, could it have been aggravated assault or something, like 4 counts of something he got to deal with. But either way, the counts can carry 10 to like 15 years. Girl, I can't. Eric brings up Egypt. I felt the way a little bit. I said, Eric, why are you gonna bring up Egypt before you bring up the kids? You know, he brought up Egypt first. Like, what do you think about Egypt? Like, you're gonna leave her in a compromising situation. I said, okay, when it comes to Egypt, baby, because it's the kids that's gonna be in the compromising situation. I just feel like Egypt can go out and get her another man, even though she's gonna play stupid. Okay, she can go out and get her another man. Them kids can't necessarily go out and get them another biological dad. Like, I can't. So anyway, Sam says that Egypt's look, now this is what he said about the whole situation with the fight. He was Eric wanted to also know, like, okay, was Egypt in the midst of the fight or whatever? He was like, oh, her back was turned, she didn't see anything. Baby, if y'all don't get these, if you don't get your story together, sir, because your girl told her stepmama something else. The girl did not say that her back was turned. If her back was turned, she turned around and saw what was going on and decided to hop into the mess. So y'all need to get y'all stories straight. And then she gonna sit up there and lie to the stepmama and her daddy. Her daddy knew she was bogus AF. That's why he decided to go ahead and scoot on out and leave out the building, because he was gonna cuss her out on camera, right? So he ended up going ahead and leaving. But she gonna say, when the stepmama said, oh, well, your story is not lining up with what your brother is telling us, okay? She said, well, no, everything we're telling you is true. Everything we're telling you is true. Egypt, you're a problem now, girl. You are so much of a problem, just like your man. It's ridiculous. It's sad. You look dumb for him. I don't care what nobody say. Girl, you look dumb. Let's keep going. What else we got? So Eric reflects on the fact that he was arrested at some point as well. And when he was arrested, he spent like a year away from his kids, but they lied and told him that told the kids that he was on tour somewhere overseas. I said, now, Eric, you know you can't get not damn piece of a tour overseas, and you still up here lying to the kids. Girl, you could have at least said you went to Canada, honey. Why you had to go all the way over there to Europe? Now, you know, I don't know why them kids did not believe none of that you were talking about. Baby, no. Anyway, what else we got? Sam talks about how this situation has humbled him. I don't believe nothing Sam is talking about. I don't believe Sam has been humbled. I really don't. But let me see what you guys are saying about this situation. Whew, it's a mercy. Let me see. JoJo's wife ain't as innocent as she portrays. She got a slick mouth saying which one is mother and which is the daughter. People overlook a slick comment. I ain't think she meant no shade with that. She wouldn't be blacking out if she wasn't in something that didn't have anything to do with her. She should what? She should have beefed with TT that it give that energy about her business. They let people know after the party, which was once the smoke cleared because they was tight. Okay. Not y'all calling this woman Creek. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Y'all still over here talking about Cree now, honey. Sam Bum as in Egypt strong as remind me of two people who think they both belong together, but they honestly need to let it go. They do. I couldn't with his pants. Like, Egypt, my girl, why you try to hold this man down? Right. Is there a police report on this? Because this sounds like a fake storyline. If you're facing 10 to 15, would you be on TV? I don't know. I feel like it could have been some other folks that's been facing charges that's been on TV. Hell, hey, Jen Shaw, how are you? Hi, girl. Real Housewives, Salt Lake City. I don't know. I feel like other people have. I mean, like, shoot, Twist was just on the show facing some charges, and we got to see that was dropped. So, I don't know. I feel like they would, but that's still a great question about whether or not there's any, reports on this. It happened in Vegas, I believe. So there might be, I don't know how you get access to their records over there, but possibly. Sam doesn't look up to Eric. Eric is the only one besides Peppa and Egypt that will film with him. Get away from me with this. I can see that too. But Eric gonna big himself up, girl. Him and his mustache. I hate it. Sam is a liar. The lies. Sam is a whole ass liar. He definitely started it. Right? I believe that. He got too big for his britches, He likes to take things too far. It could have started off as some like slick, like banter back and forth, and then it just escalated. Yeah. Sam was definitely leaving things out because Egypt already said she jumped in, right? I can't. I honestly think so many people starting to like Sequoia because she's owning up to most of the things that she have done and trying to make things work. That could be very true. He's going to get charged for intent to discharge a firearm or something because he just said he shot. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could have probably got all charges dropped, skated out because it's their word against yours. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, it's more of them, so they are witnesses. But still, it's the fact that you admitted to it. Crazy. I think Sam looks for trouble to make the blogs. I hope Tretch and Peppa face reality this season that he is dragging their kid down. You know what blogs? Because I honestly don't see him on no blogs, for real. I'm not even gonna lie. I think he probably creates stories or make trouble and stuff for the show, but I don't recall seeing Sam on any blogs. I don't think he's that high up. You see why they want to use these people rap music in court because they tell on themselves. Ugh, and there's that. Sam looks more feminine and Egypt looks more masculine. Every time they're on my screen, he'll fit right in jail. I think that's what you're trying to say. He definitely used reverse psychology when he said he don't want Egypt to wait for him. Shantia, we see each other. Because I was thinking the same thing. I think I kind of like stopped taking notes at that point because I was just like, girl, this is some bogus shit. That's what you say. But when you get behind bars and you see how hard it is, honey, you're going to want and feel like you still got somebody that's yours. Either that or this is just my opinion and what I'm wondering. Do you not want her to wait because you will be amongst your kind? Yikes. Anyway. Okay, she might be getting cheated on, girl. So that's probably why you want her to move on. I don't know. That's what he say. And you know what else I hated about that? When he sat up there and said, oh, I want her to go off and live her life and focus on herself. You're not even allowing her to do that now while you're here. So why would you want to wait until you're away and then tell her, oh, you can, live your life for you. Don't worry about me. She should be doing this now. She should be, if you really genuinely cared about her, you would encourage her to do that stuff now, sir. So I just, girl, I can't. Let's keep going. So Vanessa, TT, and Bree. Okay, so Vanessa has lost, let's talk about it. Vanessa has lost so much weight, right? On some sides, it looks great. And then on some sides, it don't look as great, right? I think she lost a lot of weight in her neck and her face, which I think is great. But then sometimes when she makes a certain face, it makes her look older than what she is. But needless to say, I do think that she looks great. Because y'all know last season, she was like, and I think the season before that, she was really struggling with her weight and stuff and really feeling a way about herself. So I definitely wonder what was the process. Like, how did she go about losing all that weight? I know I seen some pictures and stuff or video of her like working out. So maybe she just really got in her workout bag, and I don't know. I don't blame her on that. I just hope when I start to like really lose weight, I don't want to lose too much. I want to lose enough, but I don't want to lose too much because like I don't know. I can't explain it. I just don't, whatever. Yeah, it was cute what he said about giving permission to Egypt to move on. Not it was cute. Try sound full of SHI. Creek, not Creek. Creek needs to have a seat. And I want Savannah to pipe down, and this messy twist and his dreads had me screaming at his party. Hilarious. I can't believe that Tretch has allowed this stupid relationship to go on as long as it has. Me either. He could have paid him by now. Sam is all about the money and the fame. I'm surprised too. What did somebody say about love during lockup? Love, oh, okay, maybe the new one, Love Before Lockup. Yeah, probably so. Be on Love Before Lockup and then Love After Lockup. Because that was the thought that came to my mind. I was like, go ahead and move them over, baby. We TV, go ahead and move them over. Go ahead and finish out this contract and move these people over. Girl, I cannot. I'm surprised they haven't started like a celebrity love after lockup. Ooh, help me. Help me. Let's keep going. So Brianna brings up the fight and everything that took place at Twist Party. Vanessa says that she's never met Sequoia, but she has heard things about her. And she also heard that she had issues with her family or whatever. And I just kind of felt the way about it. But then, no, I didn't. I can't say that. And when she said family, I said, to me, it came off like she was talking about her whole family. I'm like, that girl ain't even got no beef with your whole family. But I understand dealing with the situation with Denise as well as with her sister. That's more than enough for her to say family. So there's that. Brianna tried to go to bat, though, for Miss Sequoia because Brianna likes Sequoia, and I wasn't mad at it. I was like, go hard for your girl. Go hard for her, honey. So she says that she has been where Sequoia has been, and she says that she may have thought this was shade. Did anybody catch this shade from Brianna? Brianna says, I've been where Sequoia has been in so many words. She says, when you come into the game thinking that you got a friend and then you find out that it's Savannah. Ooh, did you catch that? Did you catch that? That was some shade. It's making me think, I hope we don't see this. I hope we don't see a Brianna and Sequoia versus Savannah and Cree. I don't want to see it, but that was definitely some shade thrown from Brianna. And I wonder how Savannah is going to respond. Y'all let me know if y'all saw Savannah saying anything on Twitter. I told y'all on last week's episode that I feel like Savannah is the type of girl that is all like, she knows who to befriend, right? So she made sure she got cool with Brianna. Savannah made sure she got cool with Cree, right? But you over here trying to high-key bully Miss Girl Sequoia. So now that Brianna threw some shade at you, did you throw that shade right back on Twitter? Or Instagram? Did you throw that shade back? I didn't hear anything. Okay. Not a celebrity love after lockup. I'm weak. Yes, I would be tuned in for a little bit. Who would be on the celebrity love after lockup? Monica and C Murder. Let's make it happen. Because Monica put a post up not too long ago. Looked like she was shading her friend Tiny. At least that's what the people were alleging. Okay, after the post went up. But I wouldn't trip too much off that because it ain't looking like family hustle is happening right now. So if Monica got to go and get her coin, go get her coin. But I think Monica would want to do it her way. I feel like celebrity love after lockup, during lockup, before lockup, I feel like that celebrity one would have to be a bit different than how they shoot this one. The other one is like a how they shoot the love after lockups. It's not even ghetto. It's not even ratchet. It's trailer park. Like they give me trailer park content when it comes to that. But I be so tuned in. You know what I'm saying? It just be a different level. But with the celebrity one, it'll have to be a little more high class. Okay, it'll have to give us a Real Housewives type of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm thinking it, but it can't be like ratchet, like how they been. You know what I'm saying? And that's not ratchet. It's trailer park. But anyway, let's go on. Yeah, when my facial area start looking crackhead-ish, put down the protein shakes and the barbells. My goodness. On some plus size people, if they lose too much weight, it may be too much and they might look too thin, right? It's just, and maybe you can't tell because sometimes to a person you probably think that you look fine, you know, but to everybody else it's like you look a little sick. Is everything okay, right? So yeah, now Jamie, the girls are getting their jaws done now. Really? They getting their jaw, but I was looking at the neck area though. I was up in here with it when she went and sat down. It was like I started. It looked a little tight. I can't explain it, but it was something in the neck area primarily for me. And then when I looked at her face, I got to see her face when she, you know, you had the little bob or whatever like that. I'm like, put your face in the camera. Let me see what's going on. So I don't know. Y'all sure it's the jaw area, girl, or is she just getting them teeth done? I mean, let's keep going. I did say she got a new set of teeth. Didn't I say that? I said that on last week's episode. Like her teeth is new. Yeah, I watched that Monica Love Over Me video where Mano says, "I don't want you to wait for me. Live your life." Oh, okay. Sam probably wants to get locked up just to get what he considers to. Oh, okay. That's street credit. Street credit. It's her giving permission for me, or you mean him giving permission for me. Let me see what else you guys are saying. I'm sorry for getting off the subject, but does anyone in the chat know the titles of the movies Jamie has been in? I watched the He Belongs to Me last week and wanted to check out the other one. Is He Belongs to Me and Be Careful What You Ask For. I think Be Careful What You Ask For is on Amazon Prime, but you should be able to see it on Tubi as well. So yeah, be careful. It's only two of them. Be Careful What You Ask For and He Belongs to Me. Growing up hip hop, Egypt looks like Snoop Dogg. When he played the vampire in that movie Vampire. Listen, let me get back to these notes because y'all over here cutting up, ma'am. Y'all cutting up. Vanessa felt the same about Cree too. So probably why Bree said that in front of them, because they all feel the same about Cree right now, including Tata. LOL. Oh, good one. You're probably right. You probably right. At least if she don't feel the exact same way, she is starting to look at her a little shaky. Because not only did you walk into the situation ready to step off on TT, you also kind of like brought me into what y'all had going on, right? You kind of said my name and brought me into the mess, and I ain't really got nothing to do with it, right? So there's that. Sequoia walks in, and Vanessa felt very, very awkward. Like Vanessa didn't even want to speak. I kind of felt a little way, but you know, I mean, that's her family. So if you don't want to speak, that's fine. Like it ain't like she came in there ready to fight you or anything, and you really just going off of hearsay. So what's so hard in saying hi, how are you? Okay, but eventually, you know, they got to talking, and Vanessa was just like, girl, let me just break the ice, girl. I need to know, girl, what the hell happened, okay? She said, I heard you got issues with my family and stuff like that. I don't really know you at the moment, girl, so I just want to know. So she tells her that she didn't want to fight her sister or anything like that. All she said was that her sister dated somebody from the past, you know, one of her baby daddies or whatever. She didn't think she would feel comfortable. But as far as wanting to fight her to have a beef, it's not that issue. That's not what it is at all, okay? She says that she also she didn't talk to Tanise, but she talked to JoJo, let him know how she feels and how she wants to talk to Tanise and apologize, right? She also wants to talk to Angela and clear up any misunderstandings that Angela may also have as well. So Vanessa said, okay, girl, you cute. I hear you, honey. Okay, so I'm going to take this information back, but don't, girl, no, I'm not going to promise you because they may not want to with you, girl, but I'm going to tell them what you said. So there's that, okay? What else? Vanessa also called her beautiful. She also said that she looked great. And she let her know, like, she going to pass along the messages or whatever. She says that she doesn't want... when Sequoia brought up Cree, talking about Cree and how she just felt like she was being bullied by Savannah and Cree, she says, I don't want to make you uncomfortable, you know, by talking, you know, about her. So, you know, I kind of fall back on that. I don't know. That was interesting. I feel like Vanessa would have entertained that conversation a little bit by listening, but not so much as reacting. I think Vanessa only cares about her family. She don't give a damn what Cree did, you know. So because Cree almost out the door, that's what it seemed like with Vanessa and TT, but we shall see. Okay, now TT and her family, okay, the invitations finally arrived because she had to get them redone, and it looks like they're about this much. Okay, it looked like she done cut back a lot on her invitation list, and her fiance mentions that, and she's like, I don't need your input on that. Don't tell me nothing about that, baby, because all you're supposed to do is go along. Okay, you get your tuxedo, you got your ring, and shut up. Okay, so then TT, no, what happened? Okay, so she said she wants people to get the jab. All right, she wants people to get the jab, and Tyran is not sold on doing this. So once he gets to the house, they tell him he can't even come in the house, baby. He got to go around the back because he does not have the jab. Hear me, okay? So when he goes around to the back, I will say I couldn't even really, like, they even told him he couldn't pee in the house, girl. He had to go piss outside behind a tree. I couldn't even be mad at him 100% for I mean, not him, but them. I couldn't be mad at them for not wanting him to come in their house, because I feel like that's their place of living. That's their safe place. If you ain't got the jab and they don't want you in their house, then you ain't coming in my house, okay? You could go around the back. We just gonna have to sit outside, but you ain't coming in here. So I ain't really fought him on that. For real, for real. I was like, okay, if you cool, then hey, I'm cool too. What else ended up happening? So she speaks on the wedding, and she tells him that getting a jab is required to attend her wedding. Okay, she also goes on to say that Aunt Faye says that if you come to the wedding and you're not jabbed, she's not going. And I'm like, I kind of felt like Tyran did, like, okay, then don't come, BIT, but you're not gonna mandate my body for me because you want me to come to her wedding and sit in her wedding and get whatever. Like, I don't know, I don't. I could also say the same thing. If you come because you got jabbed, girl, I don't want to be there. So I just felt like, don't. First of all, I feel like she was trying to use that to play on his heartstrings as well, by also saying, well, you know, grandma's going to be down there. You're not going to see grandma. You don't want to see grandma. Like, you don't want to da-da-da-da. He's like, yeah, that sucks. That hurts me, but I'm not willing to compromise what it is that I said I will and will not do. I mean, it's just what it is. And she said, not even for my wedding, my once in a lifetime. He said, no. I thought that was so funny. He said, but my mama got the jab, so why don't you go ahead and get my mama? I'm like, why my mama can't come? But then she tried to kind of like change the subject, like saying, oh, you know, you get on my nerves sometimes, and yada yada yada. And then she tried to go ahead and you know, switch up the conversation. I think that could have been when she brought the grandma up and grandma into play. So then she also tells him, well, listen, I want you to come down 4 days earlier so you can at least test. And I'm like, well, if the option was for him to at least test negative, why would you sit up there and enforce the jab on him when he's told you countless of times and that he's not changing his stance on that? Why would you constantly push that in his face if that's not something he wants to do? Okay, when you already knew the whole option could have been that, you know, you at least take a test to prove that you're, you know, you don't have it. So she's telling him get down there 4 days earlier to test for it, and then you know, if he's negative or whatever, then, you know, perfect, great. But he just felt like, why would I do that? Why would I go on a plane? I don't understand. I still feel like his part was kind of confusing, because I'm like, just take it. Like, I mean, whether you take it before you leave and you take one when you go there, you should take one before you leave, to be honest, at least a test to see if you got it before you hop on the flight. But he was trying to say something like, but so I'm going to fly down there with people that's supposed to be safe but could potentially be carrying it, and I got to come down there and I got to quarantine for another 4 days and get tested and da-da-da-da. He was just saying all this extra stuff, and her husband was kind of looking like, he kind of got a point though, but at the same time, like, are you serious? It seems like you're moving the board around to fit him in, but when it comes to my people, it's nothing to fit around. It's either you got it or you don't got it, but you're trying to make certain adjustments when it comes to him, right? So her husband was definitely, you could say, I'm sorry, not her husband, but her fiance at the time, you could tell he was definitely like getting frustrated with her because he don't like that she do that. And I don't know, like, I don't really see Sean speak up often. I don't know if he just goes off of that happy wife, happy life and just let her. I don't really see him speak up a whole lot. But I guess, I mean, good luck. Let me see what y'all are saying. Sean probably wants the marriage, but not necessarily the wedding. I mean, that could be it. He seems like he wants her to just do whatever. And that kind of makes sense if he doesn't feel like dealing with the wedding. I feel like a lot of guys don't like to deal with the extraness of the wedding. What was I gonna say? That may be why she kind of felt away, because it's like, you ain't been saying this, so why are you trying to say something now? Girl, Egypt looks like Eddie Murphy when he played the vampires in that movie. I think I read that one. I don't think Sean doesn't want to get married, but I do think he is over the wedding. Yeah, I think it may not even be the wedding, y'all. Now that I'm thinking about it, it could just be her stipulations around everything. She's making the wedding more difficult than what it has to be. I feel like if it came down to Sean, he's probably like, "Girl, we can have our siblings there, our parents there, the pastor, us, our child, and we good." But now you make it extra because you want a grand wedding, but then you don't want a grand wedding because you don't want to invite all of your family and da da da. You know, so I think she does this tug of war thing with her wedding that makes it very frustrating for him. So there's that. When TT Bree and her mama go taste cake tasting, I felt the way. Like I understand her mama wanted to have a black Jamaican cake. And Bree thought that was cute, but I feel like, I mean, maybe that's what Bree wanted. I feel like she probably said that because, you know, she wanted to be nice about her mama. At the end of the day, my thing was sit back and shut up, ma'am. This is not your wedding. This is your daughter's wedding. You need to learn and know your place. I feel like you about crossed your boundaries a few times. Okay, from the time she had tried on them dresses, and then here you are sitting here like, girl, just eat your cake, anime, and be quiet. Okay, girl, let this girl have whatever she wants for her wedding because it is hers. That's the only thing about like moms at times. It's like they be trying to fit in what they desire to be nice or attractive, right? And it's like, I hear you, but when did you not realize that the taste we ain't got the same taste all the time? Like, when did you not realize that? When did you not realize that my vision for my wedding versus your vision for my wedding is two different things? Like, when did you not get that? That's not making no sense. So I need her mama to fall back and let this girl do what she gonna do, okay? And honestly, I think TT really didn't even want to have a whole lot of people at her wedding anyway. From the beginning, her mama was the one that was sitting up there like, oh, you need to invite this person. Oh, we got to invite this person. And what about that person? And we got to do that. So her mama think this is her wedding. And I wonder if her mama is paying for a lot of this wedding, which is why TT feels the need to not shut her mama up sometimes. So there's that. Let's get to Cree and Sakoya. This is what we really want to talk about, right? Cree is Sakoya. 1 second. That's where TT gets her controlling ways from. You think so? Tyran isn't special for an exception to be made for him. They have a ton of elderly family members who could be at high risk for getting sick. Plus, they have a baby who can get the jab. And that's likely true, Abu. So with that, that's the thing though. Tyran doesn't care to go. So that's TT forcing that on him. She's trying to either get him to get the jab or make special arrangements because she wants him to be there. And I feel like she wants him to be there because they're close, but also so that he could be the representative for Pep's family. And I just don't think that's cool. Like, sis, you want everybody to be there, they got the jab. I'm not going to go because I'm not going to get it. So therefore, let my mama go. It should be the representative. Hell, that's your auntie anyway. She knew you before I did. So go ahead and let my mama go. Right, so that's TT also put 20 on 10. I definitely understand it about the, you know, the elders and stuff like that. So you would think he would want to abide by that and just, you know, but that's his body and that's his right. And I mean, it's not something that's forced on people. It's a decision they get to make. So that's a great idea, though. He could watch it on Zoom. Yeah, he can watch the wedding on Zoom or Skype. His beliefs don't outweigh others' health. True, he could definitely watch, but is she giving him that option? So I don't think she is. I don't think she's going to get that option. So I think he is perfectly okay with missing out, as he's already told her. But it's her. I don't think he wants, and that's the other thing. I don't think he wants his personal decisions or his beliefs to outweigh others. I don't think that's what he wants. I think he truly is okay with not going because he's not changing that. She the one who need to be okay with it. It really gets on my nerves when I see overbearing family members telling the bride what they want for her wedding. Exactly. Cree tried to pull the colorism card, but it didn't work. Cree just tried to deflect. Okay. Even with the jab, you can catch the absolutely. That is very, 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 very true. I know somebody that was just sick as a dog, even with it. Okay, I'm talking about sick as a dog, and they have gotten the jab. So I mean, you just, you know, to each his own. Y'all make your own decisions. It's y'all body. Do what you want to do. I was ready for Cree to come in and have a real convo with Sequoia, but it was a bunch of twists and turns, bulls, and lack of accountability. I like how Sequoia has to take a few moments before reacting. Okay, what's up, Scotty? She can't force him to come if he don't want the jab. Then let him not show up and be there in a different way. Yeah. That was a good point about Tyran being the representative for his side of the family. I didn't even look at it like that. That's what it came off. Yeah, that's how it came off to me. Please help me get this. Aren't people with the jab more risk to Tyran than he is to them? I cannot actually help you get that. Because I honestly do not know. I honestly do not know. I feel like the way she's been spreading and, you know, moonwalking and, you know, doing different dances, break dances throughout, you know, throughout the world and stuff, girl, I feel like everybody is a risk to everybody at this point. And nobody truly knows how to control it. But, you know, I don't know, girl, you know, but y'all do what's best for y'all, whether that is to get jabbed, or you feel like it's an eye. That's, you know, that's what's it's for. You know? So what else? You realize that if 100% are jabbed, you can still catch it. How are people not getting that? You know, Chanel, that's a wonderful question. That's a wonderful question. She said it's the brainwashing for me. Ooh, yikes, honey. Yikes. So there's that, girl. Y'all know I ain't got no, oh, girl. Yes, ma'am. This is live, Angel, girl. Listen. I ain't got nothing to say, girl. I ain't got nothing to say. What's up, everybody over here on TikTok? Honey, feel free to join the conversation over here on YouTube, girl. Link is in the bio. I ain't got nothing to say, boo. I ain't got nothing to say, boo. Well, y'all a mess over here, girl. Let's get to Cree. Let's get to Cree and Sakoya, honey. So Cree tells Sakoya about how that's she said she just came right in. You know, what's up, Bondi? What's going on? She said he could have worn a. Yes, he could have. He could have. I don't think TT want that. I don't think TT want that, Bondi. I think she want him to get that JAB. And to get that test. I don't think he. Yeah, even the ones with the jab should be required to test before the wedding. Child. TT works on my nerves. She does mine too. Yeah, she's irritating. I don't know what. Her husband did have a point though. She was trying to rearrange things and trying to fit him in because she really wanted him to be there. And it's kind of like, just let him not come. Hell, he just gonna have to miss. Like, that's on him. He don't want to come. That's on him. I gave you so don't be mad about it later. I gave you opportunities. People who are more likely to be hospitalized are not jabbed with worse symptoms. Getting the jab means it could reduce the severity of symptoms than without, which is less of a strain on the system. Gotcha. Still 99% of these patients recover fully with no complications. And that's the people jabbed, right, Angie? Bondi says Tyran still sounds crazy. I think they are more concerned about protecting their son. Absolutely. Yes, that's their baby. I would be. Like, actually, before I got on this call, I was talking to one of my close friends. She just had her daughter back in November, and I haven't gotten a chance to see her. And I know why. It's because of everything that's going on. So we did a FaceTime call so I could see her and we could talk and we could chit chat. And I was glad for that, because you just never know what you're carrying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people walk around asymptomatic and all that. You just don't know what you got. And I would never want to pass anything on to her first child or any child. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, girl, I don't even care if it's a cold. You hear me? Hop on this FaceTime and we can talk about it, girl. And I'll catch you on the flip. Because it's been running rampant out here in these streets. Thank you so much, Summer, for the super sticker. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think it's awesome that Tyran is standing on his convictions. Okay. People die because their underlying conditions is being overweight or diabetes, but no one wants to lose weight. Bro, that's the last comment here, girl. I'm gonna move on because, listen, y'all out here cutting up in these streets, honey. Where am I? So, yes, Cree and Sakoya. All right, soon as she gets there, she starts saying, listen, girl, I just want to talk. I'm going to let you know, girl, who you saw at Twist Party, that's not me. Okay, well, then who the hell was it? Who was it, girl? Cree said, now this was interesting because she called Luke her dad. At least that's what I'm believing, because that's the only person I saw her have an interaction with. Not this other dad that she claims, you know, the other dad she calls dad. So she says that he didn't like her actions. So she wanted to tell her, you know, so that's why she brought her here. Like, you know, my dad didn't like my actions. He told me I should apologize. We should talk, whatever. Honestly, I didn't even hear Cree apologize for her behavior. She just said, I'm taking accountability, but I guess. So then Cree goes on to tell her that, you know, when you said something about motherhood and me not being a mom at that time, I just blacked out. Like, I don't even remember. Like, I just blacked out. I don't know if she blacked out. I know she says that she blacked out, but I still feel like there were things that you remembered, so I don't know. You sure you blacked out? I feel like even if, I guess, I don't know, Cree. I don't know about that part. You weren't that blacked out. You wasn't blacked out enough to know what you did. You knew that you had to come and have a conversation with this woman. So I don't know. I don't know, Cree. She never apologized. Another Portia. Ooh, help us. Protecting the baby at the house, not at the wedding. My best friend got jabbed and got it, and it was lightweight. I got it before being jabbed, and her husband, and we both ended up in the ER. The jab makes it less deadly. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, all right then, y'all having a whole conversation about the jab. Okay, educating the people just a little bit. Okay, so what else we got? Yeah, so she said that she didn't know what happened. Okay, she couldn't remember anything that happened. So Cree says that she pulled her and Savannah apart because Sequoia was yelling at Savannah about bringing her son into the conversation. Cree, don't be blind, okay? Don't be blind and act like you did not see your friend Savannah being extremely disrespectful to this woman, okay? And when somebody that I feel like that's an unfair statement to make, Cree, regardless at the end of the day, because it was giving me don't protect yourself. You can't protect yourself because my friend is arguing with you. You're supposed to sit there and take it. Like, that's what it gave, because she was protecting herself against this woman bringing up her child, number one, which she has every right to defend all the way down to the ground. In addition, did you not see how Savannah came at her? So she was not only protecting her child, but she was also protecting herself because the girl already came at her wrong. So, you know, like, let's deny and say that we did. What else? Cree also goes on to say in the confessional that Sequoia's problem is her mouth. I said, no, ma'am. The problem is your best friend that you've become, you know, so close with on the show with Savannah. It's her mouth. That's what I'm like, y'all, it must be some footage gone because I'm so confused. It's not working for me at all. I don't like that. Talk about this girl. No, your friend is the problem, and she gonna continue to be the problem until somebody busts her on her. Okay, so let's keep going. So when Sequoia was trying to speak, did y'all notice that Cree cut her off? Which I felt like was extremely unfair. You've been talking this whole time, and now she talks and you cut her off. I didn't like that either. So Sequoia was trying to tell Cree what she said. She was like, when you came over to me and you said XYZ about how I couldn't speak anything because I brought my child into it. And that's when Cree cut her off. Cree said, I didn't know what she said. I didn't know what she said. So I'm like, she trying to tell you what you said, not so much as what she said, but what you said, but you keep cutting her off. So I don't know what was going through Sequoia's mind that she didn't address that or say, I'm not talking about her, I'm talking about you. Sequoia just said, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm like, ain't no damn okay. Like, I'm not even talking about her. I'm talking about what you said. Because you came over and inserted yourself into an argument and then told me what it is that I can and cannot get upset about. There's that. What else we got? Yeah, so Sequoia was trying to tell Cree what she said. And then Cree said she didn't know what Savannah said. But then Cree, that's also interesting that you did not know what Savannah said when you were closer to Savannah to even hear what she said. And so much so that Savannah told you, ready, watch this. So I know you heard Savannah. I know. So for you to say that you did not hear what she said, I can't. But you heard what Sequoia said. The girl was standing right next to you. So I can't say I believe that. I can't say that I believe you heard exactly what it is that your friend said. And I think that you were just having her back a bit too much. Okay, this was her mess. What else? Sequoia tells her she doesn't want anyone to think it's ever okay to speak on my child. And I said, come on. She said, that's not okay. And Cree said, and this is not. I said, yeah, clean it up, girl, clean it up. Sequoia asked Cree, what made you kind of like, you know, snap off or go off? Like, is there anything that you want to talk about? Like, what triggered you? And I hated that Sequoia said, is that something you don't want to talk about now? Because I felt like Sequoia gave her an answer. You fed her an answer for her to say, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I'd rather her come up with that in her head, because if you wouldn't have said that, she probably would have opened up just a little bit and, you know, said something. And y'all probably could have had a bonding moment. But whatever. So when Cree said that it was something she wasn't ready to discuss, Sequoia said, that's fine. I respect it. Okay. So Cree talks about how she has a slick mouth, but she's not a violent person. And then Cree says that from what she heard from Savannah, she heard that Sequoia did have an issue with Angela, because Sequoia said, I ain't got no issue with Angela. So whatever this was that Savannah went and told you, she was lying, okay? Because I ain't got no issue with that lady. And that's when Cree said, well, based on what she told me, you know, it did come off like you did have an issue with her. And then tells her, you know, and based on what she told me, it made me say that, you know, you brought your child into this out the gate. And that's what was the problem for me, though, Cree. I have to say, dear, it's the fact that you weren't present and you went off of hearsay and you took it as the word to be bond. Right? And the girl never even brought her child up on the show. That was the thing for me. You just really went off of what it was that Savannah was telling you, and you just rolled with that. And that's just not, that's not what it, like, no. She didn't even bring up her damn child. And even if she did bring up her mother and child, it's her child. She has the right to bring and speak on her child whenever she wants to. But you don't. Right? You don't. So that's what I'm thinking. What else? So Cree says that she heard that she and Savannah were upset with her because she's pretty. She said, and that's not the case. I'm like, she is pretty and she does have style. She's cute as fuck. And she know how to dress, right? So then this is where they Cree tries to take the conversation into colorism. It was awkward, Cree. I'm gonna be real honest with you, girl. It was really awkward for you to say that to me. And I'm, you know, when I'm listening to this, so to me, you know, especially being a dark-skinned girl, and I don't think that you're a woman that's insecure or jealous or anything, but when you came with that comment, it definitely gave me that you are. It definitely made me think that you are, you know, an insecure, jealous woman. And I just never would want to think that about you, because that's not how you come off. But in that moment when you said that to her, that was really like, first of all, the girl not even light skin or red when you said that. This girl is like caramel and really not even caramel, to be honest. She brown as fuck. Okay, damn near dark herself, depending on who she's standing next to. Okay, she dark skinned too. You know, so I just I feel like more of a caramel color, I feel like would be Brianna. And the girl's darker than Brianna. And I feel like Angela and Vanessa are light skinned because they lighter than Brianna. But y'all tell me, girl, because that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, or maybe Brianna just had a tan, girl. But either way, whatever you were trying to fit into this moment, it did not connect. And I feel like even if she did say, oh, y'all mad because I'm, you know, because I'm pretty, I'm cute, I'm fly, like, what's up? When you heard this comment, I feel like Miss Girl, because she is, and I'm just being honest, she is cute, she is fly, and she would have said that to anybody, regardless of who the fuck you are, right? I feel like she would have said that to anybody, even if you the flyest girl in the room. It's like, why you mad? Women say this shit all the time when they arguing, and you could be the most terrible looking person at the party, but the confidence be so high, and it's like, oh, y'all mad because I'm fine. Girl, we just saw this on Jocelyn's Cabaret with Wet. Yes, they mad because I look good. Wet was the worst looking woman there. Okay, so women, I mean, I just feel like it had nothing to do with no colorism. That's just how she is, and she would have said that, period. So I didn't like how you tried to take that conversation to that space. Like I was wondering, like, what made her, I don't know. I want y'all to help me, because it's not clicking, Steven. You say you didn't hear what Savannah said, yet you were willing to jump in and defend her. What sense does that make? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. And you were closer to her, so I refuse to believe that you didn't hear. You were just on go from the beginning. All the women on the show are beautiful. Anyone that says they are not is a hater. True, all of them are beautiful. When I heard Cree say that, it made me wonder how that got back to her, because I only heard Sequoia say it to Brie, unless she said it last season. I don't know if she said it last season, could have been that, but I also thought about Brie because she had just said that in the studio session for sure. She had just said that you have a right to be popped if you do bring up my child, okay? No matter how many times I brought them up, right? Now you mentioned that she might be insecure about her height and hating on smaller women or trying to stay relevant. Coming from a dark-skinned woman who's very aware of colorism, Cree is reaching. This had nothing to do with color. Cree was wrong. She's not cute and a hater, I've been saying. You know, I think Cree is very pretty. I think she's very pretty. I think Savannah's pretty too. Do they have ugly ways? Absolutely. Yeah, and I agree with Angie. Like all of the ladies on the show are very pretty. Cree comes off insecure and jealous because you don't really have an issue with her, so it must be hate. Cree mad because she looked like. Listen, I'm not going to go there with you, Twist. When I heard her, well, when I heard Cree say it, it made me wonder how that got back to her because yeah, I read that one. Yeah. Cree is 30 plus years old with multiple businesses who started a clique with a 22, 23-year-old, a horrible attitude with the nothing. See how crazy she looks? Yeah, that is a little crazy. For sure. Yeah, I would agree. That is crazy. I feel like you can be friends with who you want to be friends with, right? Regardless of the age, but at the same time, if that person is jeopardizing the image that you want to portray to people when it comes to your businesses, then you might want to realign and reassess the friendships that you do have with said person. You know, that's what I'm thinking. What else we got? Sequoia tells her that she didn't have any issue with Angela, and Sequoia says she doesn't understand why they didn't get along if neither of them had an issue with each other, meaning her and Cree. Okay, Cree says that she came in attacking all of her friends. I said, girl, cut that shit out, Cree. This girl did not come in attacking all of your friends. That's not what happened. Now, she may have attacked Tanise. Now, girl, she may have come at Tanise absolutely wrong, but she ain't doing that to nobody else. I don't recall. Y'all remind me, because I just disagree with that. And then I also feel like, and if she did come in attacking these people have family. Just like Vanessa got Angela got Vanessa and JoJo. Tanise got JoJo, and they got each other. So, and these Savannah, she got her mouth. Savannah got her mouth, her daddy occasionally, and her little brother that don't be around for the FS. Okay, so yeah. Ho, what you got? Cree says that as Black women, they shouldn't be arguing or whatever. And I said, Cree, but you just did this with TT though. You just did this with TT. It was giving, honestly, like you were trying to sun this girl. Number one of the things that you did when you sat down with her that I really didn't like was not allowing her to talk. I think that was what bothered me the most about this, more than the colorism stuff and all of that. It was just the fact that when she tried to talk, you would cut her off. When she's talking, it was just giving you talking at the same time as her and just not giving her the space to talk like she gave you the space to talk. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's self-centered or what that is, but it just came off like, I didn't like that. What else? Yeah, so Cree says, as Black women, they shouldn't be up there arguing. I'm like, girl, bye, okay? Because you was just coming at Miss TT, and I feel like this ain't gonna be your first time coming at Miss TT. Cree says if Savannah ever pisses her off because Savannah has also pissed off Cree, she says, just don't worry about it, don't say nothing, and just look at her as, girl, you need to grow up. But I say, absolutely not, because here's the difference. That may be your friend, but that's not Sequoia's friend. Everybody's not gonna have grace towards this young ass little girl, Miss Savannah. Everybody's not going to do that. So that's another thing that you over here trying to tell me about myself or what it is I need to do and how I need to handle situations. You're telling me that number one, I can't be mad about somebody bringing up my child. Like, no, I can be mad about whatever the hell it is that I want. Then you want to say that I can't say that I'm pretty and I'm fly because you're going to feel offended because you're darker than me or whatever the case may be, as if you not pretty and fly your damn self. And then now here it is, you're telling me how I should respond to a woman that gets disrespectful with me and I should just let it fly. No, I'm not going to. Now you can do that because that's how your friendship is set up, but I have nothing with this girl for me to want to be quiet when she coming at me sideways. Absolutely not. So if I want to address her, I'm gonna address her. If I feel that I'm in a space where I don't want to talk, I ain't gonna address her. I ain't got time, I won't. It's gonna really go off of my mood and where I'm at in that moment. Okay, so yeah, that's just what I was like, you over here trying to tell this girl a whole lot of what it is that she need to fix. Let's keep going. Was there anything else? Yeah, that was it. I just wanted to say that, Savannah, whatever, sister. Everybody not gonna get her no grace. Somebody gonna whoop her. It's okay. Just like you sat up there and told the cousin that he can't be with old girl all the time, you also cannot be with Savannah all the time. So then what? Then what are we doing? There wouldn't have been in any of this if Cree and Savannah didn't try to bully her. Cree needs to tell Savannah her speech about Black women because she is the one keeping up the mess. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that. Cree isn't likable even in her interview. I just didn't like her personality and inability to take accountability. Cree said a previous interview with Color Me Pink because she wanted to mentor Savannah and help her. She didn't make her same mistakes. Wait. So she didn't make her same mistakes. And then now my question is, at what point does one draw the line on mentoring? You know, like, I mean, maybe that's why I ain't no mentor, because I've been drew the line on your ass, girl. Okay, especially if what you're doing is starting to like affect my businesses or whatever, or how I'm coming off. I may have to fall back, right? Cree met most of the folks a couple of months ago talking about you into it with all my friends. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds about right. I wonder if because Cree has her own insecurities, she thought befriending Savannah was the move because they are closer in complexion. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's the case because she also befriended Angela and they're really close as well. It's just that she has two different types of friendships. You have one where Angela don't like the drama and she don't like the mess. But then you got Savannah over here that enjoys and feeds into the BS and the mess. That's what she likes. So she gonna have to, I don't know. I feel like she might need to pick a side at some point. But I also feel like it's gonna come a time where they're gonna probably be at it on the show. Because Savannah gonna get to a place where she gonna mess around and tell some of Cree business or do something, and then Cree gonna be on her head. It always happens. It always happens. What else we got? So Pep, Egypt, and Sam. Sam tells them about him being hit with the 10 to 15 years. Egypt says that she has been with Sam for a decade. I said, stop. Stop the press. Stop. Honk. Blow the horn. Beep, 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 beep. Yield sign. Okay, do not pass go. Rewind it. Okay, because you're a motherfucking liar, little girl. This show ain't even been on that damn long. And when you first came on the show, you had a whole different boyfriend. And then you got with Sam. So do you not know what a decade is? Because you ain't been with this mother for no decade. That's a lie. Talk about I've been with this man for a decade, and then gonna say that I will wait for him. I will follow him wherever he may go. Yeah, you about to follow him to jail. Had they caught your ass throwing them hands, okay? Following this man, I'm gonna be loyal. Okay, stupid. You sit up there. Move them on over. We would like to put in a request, Your Honor, to go ahead and have these two individuals rerouted and removed, and put them right on over there on Love After Lockup, Love Before Lockup, Love During Lockup. Okay, because this situation with him and her, it's not giving hip hop. Okay, it's not. He got this girl doing every damn thing but the music. So what is we? Go ahead and move these people over and save some time. What else we got? Peppa asked Egypt to go away so she could talk to Sam. He tries to explain the situation to her that I barely was listening to because I can't take it. Sam over there drinking the entire time that she's talking to him. I said, that's why your ass in this situation now. And this was the first time to me Peppa has ever made sense since she's been on this show. Okay, with checking him and telling him how the things that he does affects not just him, but everybody around him and the family, and how they're not moving forward. They're only moving backwards because of his BS actions. This was the first and only time Miss Peppa made sense to me. Sam says that, can you do me a favor? Can you make me a promise? She was like, I mean, what's that? I don't know how many more I can make you, honey. I made you enough and you over here just still doing what you want to do. So what you want? I mean, can you just make sure that, if I ever get locked up, that Egypt goes on with her life, to her, don't wait for me, just move on and go and be the best version of her. And I said, boy, be you. Okay, F you, little boy. All right, because that's not what it is that you want. Okay, you got her in this position and you trained her to be in this position to be exactly who the hell she is. So once you get your ass locked up, she's still going to be that same person. You hear what I say? So I just she gonna be over there holding on. Just holding on, looking like a fool. So, okay. What that man said, pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground, get them up. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The Sister Act reference, absolutely. I think deep down, Cree may be a nicer person, but because she's linked up with Savannah, Cree is showcasing her mean girl. Absolutely. That's why I really liked Cree last season. Like, I thought she was fashionable. She got body. She could dress. She's cute. You know, she was about her business. I loved it. But when she got with Savannah this season, I don't like Savannah. Okay, and I don't even know that lady for real, so I can't even say I don't like that lady. But let me say this. The actions that I see of Savannah on the TV are not favorable for me. Okay, so I'll say that. Okay, because she always has a chance to redeem herself, right? So it's not that I don't like her because I don't really know her, but I will say, you know, I just don't like her actions. And when I see Cree align herself with this girl, it's like I hate it. It's not a great look. It's not a great look, especially if you're a person that always like to reference the businesses that you do have. Why continue to align yourself with this individual? Because then, to me, in all honesty, it kind of debunks what it is that you said to TT earlier that day or earlier in the season, when you immediately came at her for how she said certain things when it came to your business, right? But look at you over here hanging out with this girl that's tarnishing your image as well. Just like guilty by association, terrible attitude, terrible everything by association, you know. So that's what I'm thinking, honey. Like, you might want to recheck that. And then kind of find out, when we looked at what's the girl name, when they did like an after show and the connection between Tahira, TT, and what's her name, Cree, they talked about how they talked about how TT said that she never really fired her. She just never really hired her. So it wasn't like she affected her business at all by saying, oh, you can't work for me, whatever. They showed a confessional of Cree's when Cree said that she never signed the contract. So I don't even know if we're really working together or not. So by the time the rumor started, it was really no reason for her to sign the contract. So that was just, you know, that was that, y'all. Anybody notice that Peppa was sitting down the whole time? Is it because of her body dysmorphia? It could be that, or she could have just been sitting down chilling. What else? Egypt is going to be loyal while Sam is in jail with Tiny Tim and the others cheating. I'm gonna throw a party when Egypt finally leaves Sam. I think everybody should. He want her to hold on because he needs someone to put money on his books. That's what I'm saying. He's going to need that. And she looked way better than she ever has on this show. Who looked way better? She's only a decade and a day, so how smart is she really? Not Peppa Be High. Cree and Savannah didn't read the room at the party. Sequoia obviously didn't want no smoke with them and wasn't on that energy. She wasn't. Egypt has some okay music. I wonder if it's only giving because Sam is involved, but people want to hear her, so it makes it okay. Yeah, and I hate how she just dims her light. Right? She just dims her light with him and just let him do whatever. Like, girl, I can't with Egypt, y'all. I can't. That's all I got, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and hop on off this thing. I just wanted to come to you guys real quick with a cute little review for Growing Up Hip Hop, honey. Okay, I got some other videos that I dropped on the channel regarding meeting the cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I talked about Kyrie Irving and him being fined $25,000, which I think is honestly, in my opinion, ridiculous. And also, I talked about the unfortunate passing of Regina King's son, Ian Alexander Jr. Okay, so you guys go ahead and get into those other videos, honey. Be sure to like the video on your way out, dear hearts. Don't forget to subscribe if you have yet to do so. That's all I got. I'm Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys on tomorrow as we review Ready to Love Reunion Part 2 and Ladies Who List. Okay, so go ahead, set your reminders and get into it, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.